Welcome back to the Piney Woods Homestead, y'all. Today is all about tomatoes. Lisa and I spent some time in the garden yesterday evening getting some fencing put up around the garden, and then we tackled putting up some of the cattle panels. That's one way that we're going to support tomatoes this year. We did it last year, it worked out really good. I'm gonna take you down here in the garden. Lisa's been working all morning. I've been loading up equipment for a job tomorrow. I'm gonna go down there and see if I can see what she's up to and see if I can lend a hand. Guys, thanks for stopping in at the Piney Woods Homestead. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't, and if you have, as always, y'all, we appreciate you. Y'all, we've had gale force winds here the past couple of days, helping to dry things out, but it makes it hard on the plants, doesn't it?
It doesn't make it so. I'm just tired of seeing them getting so windblown. They're fine, they're good and strong, but it's making it a challenge to plant.
We actually kind of worked a little extra yesterday, and we got one row of cattle panels up here. That's a 112-foot row, and then we've got another one in the new section of the garden that's 48 feet a panel. But we're going to do something different this year, and I may have to break out the post hole diggers here in a few minutes. We're actually going to do one more row, and we're going to do it on a single wire like we do our grapevines. And Lisa's going to, what do you call it, trellis?
Yeah, because I'm not
tying them up.
Yeah, I'm going to tie them. Give them, each plant will have a string trellis to climb up for me to attach to, and so that I don't have to Florida weave.
But yeah, Florida weave, y'all, it's for the birds. At least in our application. We've done it for several years, but we really like these cattle panels. It's just a lot of work putting them up, but it's good exercise. And what variety are you planting here?
This Shelby, and they're a hybrid, kind of like a good paste tomato, but you can see they get, one of their characteristics is the kind of really broad foliage, which will help protect the tomatoes from the heat. And I'm just planting them. If you wonder what to do with plants that are too tall, the best thing to do is to trench them, lay them on their side, and in a day, or if they lay over in a day or two, they're going to be facing the sun. But that's going to give these roots a vertical root to go, or a horizontal root and a vertical root going. So it's going to make for a really strong plant, and you're not putting up, you know, too much. All of these have been trenched, and the whole entire, all of the stem that I bury will develop roots. So
you're good like that.
Yeah. And in each hole, I'm just going in and putting a little pelletized gypsum. That'll give them a good calcium source. It doesn't affect your pH of your soil, and help to deal with any blossom end rot you may would end up with. And then we'll also come back through later on and side dress with calcium nitrate if we need to.
More than likely we will.
Yeah.
That's usually what we do. And you'll fertilize some too, right?
Yeah.
What will you use for that?
I will probably use 1010 for that. I'm actually, once I get these planted today and I go back and water them, they're going to get a dose of Micro Boost, which is a complete organic with all of their all the micronutrients that any plant can benefit from. So they're going to get a shot of that today. And you know, you can't overdo it with that, you won't burn them with that, but it gives them those micronutrients that they don't always get.
They'll either get 10-10-10 or 13-13.
For fertilizing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And those little clips work pretty good.
It's much better than Tine.
You can see these little plastic clips. They work really good on the panels.
It's much easier than Tine. And these are a determinate variety, so they can go 2 feet apart, 2 to 2.5. I'm doing 2, and it works pretty well to do 2 feet. So if you watched our video from last year of planting, all of the tomato plant holes were dug with post hole diggers, and after the fact, Matthew got me this for, I think, Mother's Day maybe, and it's like a digger, auger, I guess.
Yeah,
is that what it's
soil
called?
auger.
Yeah. They're typically used for planting bulbs, but it would work great in our hard soil here, and it works great in this, but since this is already worked up and soft, I'm just able to dig it out just as quick with my
We'll try
spade.
one just so we can see how it works.
Yes. Like you just... Okay.
Just made you a little trench.
Yeah.
Or you can just do a hole.
Yeah, you can just do a hole, but I need the trench, so.
Y'all, I bought her that drill at the same time. I believe it was Mother's Day or your birthday, one of the two, but she had dug, I think it was 88 post holes out here last year, and it wore out pretty good because she was actually putting them about a foot deep in the ground, but this year she's trenching.
Well, because it was so dry, I could
Yeah,
not trench.
It was dry, and they actually did pretty good as far as getting moisture because it retained it down deep. But we've got nice beds this year, y'all. That's going to help retain moisture also. So the trenching variety is what she's doing. But what woman doesn't love power tools for her birthday? All right, while Lisa's planting tomatoes, I'll be digging some more holes. 4 post holes for this trellis line of tomatoes. Now y'all, these posts are about 7.5 feet tall, and I've got them 2 feet in the ground, fairly evenly spaced just by stepping it off on this row that's 120-ish feet long, 125, something like that. And Lisa's going to plant her indeterminates on this one and tie them up to a wire. Those indeterminates like to get really tall, so putting the wire on up there good and high. Not doing that today, just getting the posts in the ground, and we'll get her a cucumber trellis put up here in just a minute too. All right, I'm using the same method that we did last year for cucumbers. Just some wood off the sawmill. She'll have cattle panel tomatoes, trellis tomatoes, a row of peppers, and now about a 30-foot row of cucumbers. So I'll get these drove into the ground, and Lisa can come back later and put her netting up. Oh goodness. Okay. Tomato, 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 pepper, cucumber. I'm on the wrong row. Now I'm on the right row. Tomato, tomato, pepper, yes. And I'm hitting a rock. There we go. Oh. get the drift. Several of these posts, and she'll zip tie her netting onto it, and it works great for cucumbers.
I've got 12 or 13 out of 160.
Well, you'll be done before you know it.
Yeah.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us at the Piney Woods Homestead. That's pretty much it today. Just showing you planting a few tomatoes, putting up some the startings of tomato trellis, and some cucumber trellis. We'll be planting a whole lot more in upcoming videos, guys. Y'all have a good day, a great week, and we'll see you on the next one. Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise too high.